What's up, fantasy people? This is Tyler, Big Turd Ward, and Jason, drinking after working out, empty stomach. We Youth and Wool coming at you live from the West Coast. And this is the Fantasy Football Show. Today's episode, I want to preview the Saturday games real fast, and then we're gonna get into our fantasy football playoff challenge. And I'm gonna tell you all my players and picks because I go all in or all out, and you're gonna win big or you're gonna lose real fast, but it's okay. And then Jason's gonna tell you his picks, and then you can decide who you want to go with. It'll be a civil war in-house, actually out of house. Jason, first off, I want to ask Jason to ask the people, tell the people how they can help this channel and Jason and I's life in general.
You guys can help us by giving us a little subscription. By subscribing and hitting the alert button, you'll get notifications straight to your phone and be some of the first people to watch our video. And while you're doing that, you can also click a little like button. We appreciate that. We enjoy the likes. Likes help us out. We like the likes. And give us some comments. Like, where are the people, man? Where's Matt? Where's Matt, dude? Matt's always commenting. Now he's not even there. I'm worried about the guy. I'm worried. That guy was our number one dude, and he gone. What do we do? How do we lose him? I hope he comes back. We love you guys. Anyway.
So, one second, Jason. I was just watching 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi on free TV. It's on free right now if you have Vizio. And man, I was thinking about Matt a lot, and I was like, dude, like, hopefully he just unsubscribed. I hope he's okay, because he was in the Marines, and hopefully, I don't know what the hell they're doing right now, but
maybe his cell phone broke.
You know, we invited him to listener league, and then he just vanished. So he's probably afraid of us, or embarrassed to be affiliated with us.
So listener league, whoa, bro! I barely know you guys. Also, we have an Instagram that is more content. Like, you get to see Tyler's loose rankings. One's already been posted up, and that you could go there, and the tag is the Fantasy Football Show.
Oh wow. And to get the full rankings, because like literally, like to have a best friend that's into fantasy football, Jason and I used to not, I used to tell Jason, oh man, like you know who the best running back is? It's I'm trying to think of somebody really bad that I could say is really good, because I would try to mislead you, Jason. But now that we're doing the show, I have to tell you the truth. So it's nice to be able to talk to somebody and get the truth out of them, discuss, because your rankings will change.
You are so funny, because every GD year I would do the same to you. Every year I was like, oh yeah, this guy, oh my God, I wish I could get him, but you'll probably get him before me. You'll be dumb if you don't get him.
I'm trying to think of players, dude, but I can't. All I remember are players that did well for me. I've got such a bad memory.
Every year I would do that. I would feel like been pretty successful. I feel like there's been times where you picked a player and I'm like, thank you, because this is the player I really want.
And like I said, dude, a lot of the times we're going after the same player, dude, and I'm taking bulls for people this year because of all the bust. I don't even remember what we're talking about, Jason. But
how you tried to lie to me during fantasy football season.
I will lie to you. If it means winning fantasy football, I will lie to the world. No, that's all changed. We started a channel. We are truthful. That is old Tyler.
Before this, Tyler was just a jar of lies. And now the lid has been put on tight because he has to be accountable, because it's recorded and put out there to the public.
60. Oh, thank you so much to our 65th subscriber. Like, I don't know who you are, man, but like, we've been stuck at 64. And I mean, it was like, during fantasy football season, I know we've lost a lot of our listeners because of that. But hey, man, like, I forgot what I was going to say. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah. I give you a big fat kiss. Hold on.
Man,
Let me do that. Hold on.
You go.
Do you hear that?
Sounds like a drop of water in a bucket.
It literally on this button it says "kiss," and it sounds like someone's like like a little baby, like mama.
Dead air.
Dead? No, that's not dead air because we were talking. So.
I know. I just don't want to. So, but I want to say, dude, like, so you see our channel, you're like, hey, man, they only have 65 subscribers. Just check us out just check out some of our videos, man. We are entertaining, I promise. Like, I watch somebody with like 1,100 subscribers a day, and I'm like, oh my god, dude. I mean, I know how much work it takes, and I like totally respect them, but man, I feel like we're entertaining. I was just watching us today. I laugh too much at us though, Jason. Like,
Me too.
Of course, I get our sense of humor. There's a reason.
No, I'm with you too. There's some people I watch and they're just like, on today's episode, we will
Here's
go.
facts and facts and more facts and facts. I'm a newscaster. It's like, hey, dude, you're an entertainer as well on this YouTube channel here.
We are commercial base.
Except with no commercials.
Except no ad free, man. We're ad free for right now.
So, Jason, Seahawks at 49ers.
Yeah, man.
What do you think the over under is on this game? So, total points. Like, if you had to guess like a final score, what would you guess?
I would guess 17-13.
So that's like 30. That's only 30 points. So the over and under is at 42 points right now.
42. What?
That's Vegas, dude. So like, I thought that was interesting because I thought it was gonna be a lower scoring game as well. Because I was like, dude, a rookie quarterback. So like rookie quarterbacks, last 9 times a rookie quarterback started in the playoff games, they're 1-8. So you're looking at that over and under, and then it's like, oh, dude, you look at that stat. So this is just saying that Vegas actually really they don't care about if it's a rookie quarterback or not. And they're playing at the 49ers. So they're playing at home for the rookie.
Bro, didn't like okay, so it was just like a couple weeks ago, like 4 weeks ago when Purdy made his like first NFL start against Seattle on Thursday night in Seattle. And do you remember the score to that game? Because I don't think it was anything over 40 points.
So man, I was doing the preview for this game, and one thing I forgot to do, and I realized it later on, but I started listening to music because I was buzzing. I should have went back. I was like, dude, the 49ers played Seattle 2 times this year. Why haven't I not looked at those stats? But like I said, I was like, you know what, man? I'm drinking. I can wing it. You know, I'm really good at fantasy foosball. I could talk fantasy football. Anyways, so yeah, Jason, I messed up big.
I don't know what you messed up on, but the last time they played with Purdy in Seattle, it was 21-13.
So that's like 34 points. So that's more aligned with you.
Yeah. I don't understand that. And then the last time so the last time and it was week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And week 5, Niners won 27-7 in San Francisco.
And there you go, dude. So that's 34 points.
Yeah. I don't understand that. I don't. Are they thinking the 49ers defense isn't going to do well because they gave up a lot of points? Who they play in the last week? I know they gave up a lot of points to the Raiders. The Cardinals so the Raiders were 37-34 in week 17, and week 18 the Niners they scored 38 points. You know what? I wonder if they're thinking like Niners are going to score like 30 points and Seattle's going to score like 12.
And so the big thing is and in that spread, so over under the Seattle's getting 10 points. So that means the Seattle is underdog by 10 points. So what I'm thinking is that you were right about that. Like if the San Francisco goes up big, which I think they are, like No, I think it's going to be a close game. But if the San Francisco, if 49ers go up big, I do think that they're going to sit their players, like you said. I forget what you were saying. What did you say, Jason?
Uh, I said nothing about certain players. I said, I,
No, it's low scoring game. He said, "Oh my god,
oh,
it doesn't matter."
17-13. I think it's going to be like 17-13. Uh, yeah, and the last time they played, it was like, oh my god, I already forgot the stat that I put out
No,
there.
you're good, dude. It's
Oh,
okay.
maybe that the Niners defense. I don't know. I don't understand these odds. The only thing I could think of is that they're thinking the Niners defense is gonna do well. I mean, I know it's a divisional game, so it might be even close around like the 20-point mark, but
All right,
oh,
I'm gonna push through this real fast because I want to get to our picks and why we're gonna pick them. Seahawks on okay. The Seahawks are on a 2-game winning streak, dude. San Francisco, did you know they're on a 10-game win streak?
I do now.
That's crazy, dude. It's like I saw it because ESPN only shows 5, and then I looked on all the games, 5 more, dude. And then so San Francisco is number 1 defense at home this season, dude. 15 points per game at home this season. Seattle gives up 20 points per game. I thought this was interesting. That's why I wrote it down. So Seattle gives up 20 points per game at home. Dude, they allowed 28 points per game while away. That's 30th in the NFL. So yeah, like Seattle's defense is good at home, but they suck at away, and that's what they're going to do right now. So like we're going to talk about this later. What quarterback you want to start. And then San Francisco is leading the league with scoring 33 points per game over the last 3, and Seattle has only scored 17 points per game over the last 3. That's 23rd. So San Francisco has been scoring so many points, dude, lately, and Seattle really has not been. So that's a big thing. And then the weather, 57 degrees, heavy rain, Jason, and 15-mile-an-hour winds throughout.
Okay, well, I think that's going to benefit McCaffrey more than it will Kenneth Walker. Um, I don't have anybody on Seattle in my playoff fantasy challenge.
No, no, I don't either. But like I just wanted to cover the 2 games real fast. But let's go over. So, and injuries on either side. There's no significant injuries, and that's the end of the Seattle and 49ers preview. But Jason,
Okay, I'm trying to figure out how you're doing this.
sorry,
No, no, you
I'm like, I'm
no,
sorry.
you're fine. I'm just like, do you have anybody on the Niners? I do.
So that's what I was gonna say. Is like, you know what? We should talk about actually. First off, let's do this.
Okay.
Super Bowl picks, Jason. You first, and then me first.
Okay, I have the Bengals in the AFC. And then in the NFC, it's really a toss up between the Eagles and the Niners. But if you're going off of my picks right now, it looks like it's going to be the Niners.
Dude, oh my God. All right, listeners, you heard it. You go put all your money on the Bengals and 49ers because literally that's what I was going to say. I mean, yeah, dude, Jason and I have played Apex together for the last couple of days, but I don't know if we even talked about that.
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's big time, Jason. That's big time.
Yeah, it's gonna be what, a rematch of Super Bowl 82, 89.
Dude, and no, well, Jason. So I was playing Xbox. I was playing Xbox with Jason, right? And he said, Bengals are 3-0, or they've won the last 3 versus Kansas City.
Yeah.
And I don't like how erratic, you know, the Bills have been as of late.
Yep.
And Josh Allen's the number 1 quarterback pick this week, but I'm targeting Bengals and 49ers all the way to the Super Bowl, Jason.
Yep. Me too. Despite the 49ers being on a 10-game winning streak, I think the Bengals are on like an 8 or 9 winning streak. And they go up against a Baltimore Ravens defense Ravens squad that's not going to have Lamar Jackson. It's going to go back to Huntley or Anthony Brown, and that's a huge like drop off, right? It's basically going to be just another game that, like a rematch of last week, right? It's going to be. Is it going to be in Cincinnati? I think. No,
So
it's going to be in Baltimore this time, but I don't think it's going to matter. I think the Bengals are going to prevail again.
I think it's in Cincinnati, Jason.
Well, according
I
it's
thought the
okay, so I have like this NFL schedule put up right now,
yeah.
and no, you're right because Bengals are number 3, Ravens are 6. So
I was
and then
gonna say
it's in Cincinnati again, and they just did this last week, and Joe Burrow had his way with that defense, and the defense had its way with Anthony Brown without Lamar Jackson back there. Yeah, the Ravens are getting J.K. Dobbins back, but the defense for the Bengals has really stepped up. I don't think it's going to matter. I think Lamar Jackson is out, and Bengals are going to just easily. Well, may not be that easily because of the divisional game, but they're gonna win. They're gonna go on to the second round.
dude, the only thing that's gonna happen is the Bengals are gonna make less mistakes than the Ravens. That's exactly what happened last game with
Mhm.
the Brown guy, because I really like that. Like we said, dude, I forget his name, whatever Brown, but he had a great arm, but he made too
Anthony
many.
Brown.
Yeah, and he made too many mistakes.
Yeah.
And that's what led to everything. Hey, Jason, I've got to pee. So could you tell? I want you to explain the rules to people, like one time, two times, three times, how that works.
One time. So for the playoffs, if the players that you pick, if this is for the playoff challenge, for the players that you pick, if they're playing in the first round, they get. Okay, this is a better little. Sorry, I'm still doing. Um, if they play in the first round, they don't get plus any points. But if they make it to the second round, they get double the points. If they make it to the third round, it gets triple the points. Super Bowl is quadruple the points. If you do have players that are playing in the first round and they don't win, you cannot fill in that position. So you lost that for the remainder of the playoffs. And then if you have players like if you pick people from Kansas City, they won't play in the first round, but they're guaranteed to get double the points in the second round.
In my the teams with bye get two times,
Automatically.
but when they play but they do not get the original one time, right?
No, they do not get the one time. But
So
it's almost like it is crazy when you actually watch it. Like when you have like a quarterback, let's say like a quarterback that's going to play in the first round, he doesn't get times points in the second round, dude. They demolish those no times. I'm trying to like think about how.
yeah, like the two times is like, dude, I know it's like it's worth it to wait. Like if you really
Yes.
feel like a team, like it's really hard for me. It's really hard for me not to pick Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelsey, but I believe in the 49ers so much. Like, dude, the NFC path is so much easier than the AFC path. Like, I'm going George Kittle, dude, and especially with the way that Purdy's been going, and it is so hard not to pick. But Joe Burrow, man, dude, it is so hard not to pick Patrick Mahomes. But I really like the defense. It's all about defensive line and offensive line. Let's just say I like the Bengals defensive line more than I like the Bills defensive line and the Chiefs defensive line, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Um. And with that being said, just like looking at this playoff bracket, the Bengals, if they don't win Sunday, I don't know what to tell you, but they should win. They should win. And then Buffalo should beat Miami. It's in Buffalo. Tua's out again. So it's going to be Cincinnati and Buffalo. And that's the coin flip, right? Don't they have a coin flip to see where it's going to be played at?
Yeah,
Am
it's
I
gonna be in
trying to remember?
Atlanta. It's gonna be played in Atlanta.
Oh, it's going to be Atlanta. So it is going to be both teams. It's going to be a road game, right? Bang or Bills. are like kind of up and down this year. I mean, they have a lot of wins, but there's some games where they like, you think they should have done better, but they don't. Bengals doesn't matter right now if you're playing home or away, they are killing it. Joe Burrow is on point. The new Joe Montana. I think that's going to be a good game, but I still think Bengals are going to prevail. I think they're going to do something against the Bills. Oh! Tyler's got something sticky finger with up.
So Jason, who's your quarterback?
Joe Burrow.
Me too. He's only 17% started. Did you see that?
Yeah, that's what I want, bro. That's what I want. The Bengals go on.
No, I'm serious. No, I want you to keep on talking, but like you said, that's what I want. It's like you want some difference makers. You don't want to be like, highest percentage on every one. Is what I'm trying to say.
Right. I don't think this is the Chiefs' year. I mean, look at are they number 1 seed? I don't think they have it this year. I think the Bills already proved that they. I mean, going against Andy Reid, it's hard to beat Andy Reid twice. But Joe Burrow, right? The Bengals, they're figuring things out. Most of the people who would be playing in this league probably put in Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen, which is great, which means if the Bengals do advance to the Super Bowl, that means the people who put in the Patrick Mahomes or the Josh Allen are not going to get points, and you're going to get quadruple the points in the Super Bowl, which I think is going to which I think is going to happen.
Yeah, so like if you believe in Joe Burrow and like I'm saying, dude, I think Joe Burrow, I think it's worth the roll of the dice to pick up Joe Burrow and start him as your quarterback.
Yeah.
And then Jason, I think number 1 running back is pretty obvious.
McCaffrey.
See?
Yeah. So, I mean, that's pretty obvious, right? Because he's going to get a lot of work in these playoffs. Just hopefully he stays healthy. But dude, I cannot see San Francisco losing to Geno Smith on the road or at home against Seattle. So that means they will play. Well, they're either gonna if the Giants win, which they shouldn't win. They're likely gonna play the winner. They're gonna play Tampa Bay or the Cowboys. I think Tampa Bay is gonna win that game. Unfortunately, but is what it is, right? Cowboys are going in the playoffs. Cool. That's not what you want. So then he's going. I mean, if the Cowboys do win, McCaffrey is going to have a great matchup against these Cowboys, right?
So if they do win, they're going to either play the Cowboys or Tampa Bay next round.
Well, okay, so the Giants, if they win,
oh god, yeah,
they play against Philadelphia no matter what because they're the 6th seed. This is saying that like if San Francisco lost to Seattle, which I don't see that happening. So actually, there's okay. I see. No, okay, I see where this is going. Minnesota should beat the Giants. Giants squeaked in. Minnesota's got the amazing offense. Giants defense is, but their offense is, could be better. Let's just say Minnesota wins that game against the Giants. It's going to be Minnesota and San Francisco.
Minnesota will get killed.
Well, just because of their defense, McCaffrey should have another great game against Minnesota. Yeah. Interesting.
So Christian McCaffrey. So we're going Joe Burrow. We're going Christian McCaffrey. We are all in agreement on that. Who's your number 2 running back, Jason?
Well, I've been high on this guy for the past 6 weeks, and this is just in case the Chiefs do something with their life. I'm going to go with Jerick McKinnon.
And so you're willing to risk it, like you don't really care what Joe. So I was so this is one of the things I might change because I was like, I don't know if Joe Mixon will get enough play in the first round to really justify picking him. But if I do believe the Bengals are going to go to the Super Bowl, like why not pick him and they get those extra points? Because you can always switch to Joe Burrow if they It's tough, man, because you'll get the 2 times for McKinnon,
Mm.
and then you will get the dang, dude.
And McKinnon's going to play. They're going to
The,
play Jacksonville or the Chargers.
right.
Either way, so you would think the Chiefs are going to win that game. Whatever happens with Jeremy McKinnon, he's going to get double the points, and then go advance to the next round, play against Baltimore or Cincinnati or Buffalo, but get triple the points. And that's where I was kind of like thinking it. I mean, this guy is scoring a touchdown in every game. Like, I'll do it.
Yeah, and then you're covered. You might want to take one player because I say I go heavy on each one. Um, we have 10 minutes left. We're going to be talking about this longer than that, Jason. Sorry.
Yeah. Especially I'm all super buzzing right now. And I got
I'm so warm right now. I was so cold, and then I got so warm.
I turn up the heat up in here.
I wish, dude. My wife is sleeping, and she loves the cold. She's like the frost, the ice queen, like Janice off of
The office.
Oh, the ice queen. They'll send me that picture. So Packers.
With the Jello stapler. I got to give a shout out to Sonia. She gave this to me for Christmas, and I was like, "Holy crap!" It's funny because I have a few of them here, but I've never bought them. I've had one coworker buy one for me, and then friends just keep buying them. Which I'm gonna like. And my amazing wife, she says she's gonna put up like a shelf right here, so I'm gonna start putting them on the shelf so they could be on the video. And I actually might start collecting them. I don't understand them. I think they're bobbleheads, but I do want to try to get like a Cowboys, like a CD Lamb one. That'd be tight. Put it right. Where can we see it? Like right her, right her, right her.
You're so lame, dude.
Yeah, I know. I wish I had a disc golf disc hanging in the background.
I do. So I'm like your idol then. So good. That makes me feel really good about myself. Continuing on. I'm messing with you, Jason. Who's your number one wide receiver?
Jamar
Oh,
Chase.
I forgot to say who I forgot to say who. Sorry, dude. My dog's going
Oh,
crazy.
go on. So who's your? Oh, so you have Joe Mixon and Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, did I say that?
No, but you were just talking about Joe Mixon, so I figured that's who you put down.
So that's what I put down. But that's what I'm thinking about changing because I was like, oh man, like who do I like out of the AFC? You know, because I know the 49ers. Like if I know the 40, I feel like I know the 49ers are going to Super Bowl. So it's like, who do I like out of the AFC? You know,
They
and
don't. It's Joe. It's got to be Joe Mixon, right?
it's either Joe Mixon or Jarrett McKinnon, and it's like at
Right.
least my butt would be covered. You know, like with that's so tough, dude. I think I'm to be different from you. I'm gonna go Joe Mixon. Let's go Joe Mixon because I know you hate Joe Mixon. So I
Well,
got I
yeah,
got
yeah.
to do it.
Well, part of the reason why I didn't, the main reason why I didn't go Joe Mixon is because I complain about him each and every GD week because he doesn't produce a lot of rushing yards, and every now and then he gets a touchdown. Where Jared McKinnon literally has gotten a touchdown in the past like 6 or 7 weeks. So I'm just like, Patrick Mahomes doesn't like throwing it to wide receivers anymore, so he's throwing it to McKinnon, and I'm okay with that. So it's one of those situations where it's like if I have McKinnon, then that means the Bengals have lost, and I have McKinnon at least going to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
I feel
Or
you.
if McKinnon like if the Chiefs lose, I believe then I'll have Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase going to the Super Bowl.
So I'm going heavy. Um. Okay, Jason. So I want to ask you a question.
That's the
In,
word.
in just in fantasy football, right?
Yeah.
Who would you rather have, T. Higgins or Brandon Ayuk?
T. Higgins.
Who would you rather have, T. Higgins or Debo Samuel?
T. Higgins.
So, 3% started. My number 2 wide receiver is T. Higgins. Yes, I am starting Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. You think that's funny, man? You think that's funny?
Oh man, the way you just went out and said it, that was hilarious.
As a short, we got what is that? 5 minutes
Yeah,
left.
yeah, that's pretty funny.
I was just
T.
thinking, I was like, I need something outrageous. Hey, come on. Fuck you guys.
Outrageous. Um,
I just cussed. I'm so sorry. Stop.
yeah, I'm totally
Who's your number 2 wide receiver, Jason? Quit stalling.
AJ Brown.
That was like, dude, it was so hard for me not to go there.
So the only reason why I did AJ Brown is because the chance that I think it's going to end up the Niners and the Eagles in the NFC Championship, and this is just in case if I lose McCaffrey because the Niners lose, at least I have AJ Brown going into the Super Bowl.
Okay, so Jason's playing it smart, right? So Jason's playing a backup situation on both skill positions. Where Tyler is going all out and could lose terribly. So you can go with the smart decision or you can go with the Tyler decision. You choose wisely.
You choose, but people are also forgetting that we could do oh
What's wrong?
I clicked out of something. People are forgetting that we have Tom Brady.
Oh, like for quarterback?
Dude, look at Tom Brady here, okay? Tom Brady is playing the Cowboys, right?
Yeah.
There's a chance they're going to win that. So they do that. Tampa Bay is going to play. I'll say if we're saying Tampa Bay is going to play the Eagles, right? Jalen Hurts, right? Did he play last week? He did play last week.
Yeah, he played until the fourth quarter.
We are doing a situation here where in the second round, Tom Brady is going up against an inexperienced playoff Jalen Hurts. Tampa Bay's defense is okay. They'll stop the run. They'll stop the run. Tom Brady has shown over the year or this past year that he could win it in the fourth quarter. What if he's able to manage past the Eagles? Then you got like Mike Evans. Then you got Tom Brady.
So I think that you could be totally right if their defense steps up. Vita Vea is supposed to be there. I love Vita Vea, man. I wish I was Vita Vea. I wish I was like a 6'7", 400-pound Pacific Islander. I would just be like, Mana. And I'd be doing the haka. I'd be dude, I'd be all about that life, man. I wouldn't care how long I lived if I was 400 pounds. I wouldn't even care. Hell, I've tried to weigh 400 pounds for like 30 years of my life. So there you go.
400 pounds of love.
Yeah.
I mean, do you have any concern about? I don't have any Tampa Bay Buccaneer on my team, but
No, dude, I don't either.
there's a good chance that there is a possibility that they will go at least play the Niners in
Oh, they're beating the Cowboys. I've heard some Andrew Whitworth I take very seriously because he's an offensive lineman, and I take linemen in the NFL seriously when they talk about predictions. And yeah, dude, like Andrew Whitworth was saying, this is the worst possible scenario for the Cowboys right now is to go against this type of team because they don't have really a second cornerback, and to go against a team with 2 wide receivers that can hurt you, and a defense like that can put pressure on Dak, and he's been doing all these turnovers.
yeah,
So
and the
yeah,
Cowboys,
there you go.
yeah, and the Cowboys defense has not been performing the past since the Packer game, right? 4 or 5 games. They have not been the same team. We're under a minute here.
Oh crap! Good job, Jason.
Do we think there's a chance that Tampa Bay could beat the Eagles?
Negatory, Ghost Rider. Those coordinates are full. I want to see how that sounded in the mic.
Yeah. uh. Okay. Do you want to just end this
Yeah,
and
I'll send you an invite. We are back, and I don't remember what we were talking about, but it's okay because Jason's here and I'm here. What was I talking about, Jason?
the only thing that matters in the world right now is this alcoholic beverage, the show and you, Tyler.
Man, well, I'm thinking about. I'm about to spend like a bunch of money on a barbecue chicken pizza and some buffalo bread or whatever. It's like they put like blue cheese and buffalo sauce and a bunch of bacon on like French bread, and then they like roast it. Oh my god, dude!
We're getting this place called Champ's Pizza, and like the cheese bread, like it is smothered in cheese. You cannot even see the bread.
And
And
Jason and I are both lactose intolerant, just so you know.
yeah, that's tomorrow's Jason to worry about. We don't need to talk.
Jason, have you always been lactose intolerant or no?
Oh no, only when my mother gave birth.
There's too many Red Baron pizzas, dude. Um,
The Tombstone pizzas.
yeah, I tried to gain weight in college and drank a gallon of milk a day for a long time, whole milk. And don't do that. You will become lactose intolerant.
The thing is, like the people who are actually tolerant to the lactose, they're actually the mutants.
I feel like I was tolerant at one time, but
Not
yeah,
your ability.
I ruined that.
Um. Okay. Wait. Hold on. Do I have this? Let's see. We were talking about Tampa Bay. What are the chances that they are beating the Eagles? And you say negatory ghost, or was it negatory ghost rider? That's not my code.
Negatory Ghost Riders.
Ghost
Ghost Rider. Those coordinates are full.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Ghost Rider? Are we talking about the comic guy, the
That's
Marvel guy?
what Keanu Reeves. He's like, if I could play somebody, it would be Ghost Rider.
Nicolas Cage is coming out as Dracula.
I saw his picture. No thanks.
We'll see. We'll see. Probably not though.
Jason,
Yes.
who's your
Okay.
tight end? Who's your tight end?
I tied in. You would want to know that, you perv. It's George Kittle.
Okay, so Purdy's been what? I didn't check, but he's probably got like 4 touchdowns in the last 5 games or something like that.
Who is it going to?
It's going to Kittle. That's who it's going to.
Going to Kittle.
Yeah. So Jason and I are in agreement on this. I think he's the top. He might be the top tight end. Let me see. He's 50%. Travis Kelsey is next. Doesn't say what he is. I'd have to select him, and I'm not.
There's
you know
really
what? I'll select him. Here we go.
there's really only like 3
Yeah.
tight ends that you would pick up in this playoff challenge, and it's either going to be Kittle, it's going to be Kelsey, or it's going to be Dallas. Go dirty.
And dude, I don't think Kittle's had a touchdown or not. I mean, not Kittle. I don't think Kelsey's had a touchdown in like 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah, he's getting the yards and receptions, but those touchdowns are going to McKinnon, and that's why I was like, I got to play this fool.
Also, remember how we were talking about wide receivers? Sorry, I just looked at my notes.
Yeah.
I do want to say that as a Vikings fan, it's crazy to see this, but the best cornerback versus Stephon Diggs this year has been Xavier Howard. And guess what, dude? Xavier Howard has used to play for Minnesota, so they saw each other all the time.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if they saw each other. It might have been only for one game because Xavier Howard was injured for so long.
Well, I think no, he's definitely a good cornerback. He could definitely take your top wide receiver out of the game. I was thinking more of Sauce Gardner. going to give him Sauce Gardner was probably the toughest cornerback that he's played, but he has not done well against Xavier Howard.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right about Sauce Gardner. You're for sure about that. Like
But
Xavier, I would take Sauce Gardner over Xavier Howard any day. But
but
because if you want to think about taking Bills people, it's kind of scary thinking about you might not get any got, but it's only 1 times points anyways. But it's still kind of scary.
yeah, if you're gonna be picking Bills, of course you're gonna have to get Diggs. You just have to. You could get Knox. You could get Josh Allen. I think they're gonna win that game. Even if it's not if Diggs doesn't do well, they're gonna win that game. And then the next game they play in Atlanta against the Bengals. They said that game's gonna be what? Why are you laughing at?
I'm looking at your face on my screen, where you're pouring a beer in the background of my screen. Like your face is like you're looking at the camera.
Yeah, Hart's expression so funny. And you're like, hey, why don't you tell everybody how they can help us out?
You're you're making sure that you pour it in, but you're still trying to like look at the.
Yeah, dude, I'm trying to be professional. That's old school, Jason. Man, look how I used to hold that microphone, man, or you saw that microphone.
Oh, hey, you actually sound really well, right? You're really good. So
I'm sounding pretty good.
yeah, I haven't heard you fade out once. So
Nice. Okay, so even if the Bills beat the Bengals, we know it's still a possibility. I think the Bengals are going to win, but the Bills could still win. They have a very high power offense. I don't think Andy Reid is going to let the Bills beat the Chiefs, and I don't think they're going to the playoffs or they're going to the Super Bowl either way. I think the first two are okay. So they got a bye week. I think I believe the Chiefs are going to win the second round easily, and they're just going to go straight to the third round. If they play against the Bengals, they lose. If they play against the Bills, they win. Thoughts, concerns, questions, go.
I think the Chiefs beat the Bang. I think the Chiefs beat the Bills. I think they lose to the Bengals, and I think the Bengals win this game no matter what. So who do the Bengals go against next? If they win this game, who do they
Bills.
play?
They're gonna go
So
against.
that's damn. I wish they went against a. They were. I do think. I think that they do beat the Bills. I think the Bills are. I think they peaked too early, and they're running on emotion right now. And I really don't like how inconsistent, dude. Ever since that PCL elbow injury, like look at what's his name's points, because I was looking at quarterbacks. Look at Stephon Diggs' points. It coincides with the
Josh Allen.
PCL. Yeah, Josh Allen's PCL injury. So I would like yeah. I'm betting on the Bengals no matter what. I think after hearing that, it just sucks because who do the Chiefs play if more than likely?
The winner of the Bills Bengals game. See, we haven't even talked about who's going to win the Chargers Jacksonville game.
Okay. Is that next? Is that this? Oh, this is okay. So check this out, Jason.
Okay, I'm checking.
Chargers. Oh, Jacksonville only allowing 7 points per game over the last 3.
I think Jacksonville wins.
Can you believe that? Isn't that crazy? But the Chargers are 4th in that category, only allowing 15 points per game. But dude, when I was watching the Jags versus I can't remember who they were playing last week.
Titans.
Yeah, dude, their defensive line was looking really good.
I mean, the Chargers were a little bit beat up week 4 or 5 when Jacksonville played the Chargers, but Trevor Lawrence has gotten better since that last matchup. And in that last matchup, he actually already blew up, and they threw up 30 points against the Chargers. And now they're playing home. I think there's a lot going on with the head coaching situation. Even with healthy players, I think it'll be a good game, but I could see Jacksonville prevailing in this game. Mike Williams is out, by the way.
I was just gonna say, did you see he's out with a? So we are selling. What are they? 1,000 piece Mike Williams Lego sets for $1,000 a piece, $1 per piece. But no, dude, 2 to 3 weeks for a fractured back. My butt, dude. How you get a fractured back and you're out for 2 to 3 weeks? How long
Yeah.
does it take for a fractured back to heal? I would imagine 2 to 3 months.
Yeah, especially healing your back. He's out of the playoffs, but you got to keep the opponents wondering, like, what if he ran out of the locker room and he's like, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here
So,
to play.
dude, and Brandon Staley, dude, you're sitting here. He's gonna get fired, but like,
Oh yeah,
he didn't start anybody in the preseason, right? Because he didn't want anybody to get injured. And
yeah.
there you go, dude. He starts everybody in the last game of the game, and then everybody gets injured. So it's like, plus they're missing Rashawn Slater's been out. He's on injured reserve. It's a scary game, man. As far as I'm concerned, I think the Chargers. I still like Justin Herbert over. I think the Chargers might win, but I don't think it matters because I think they're playing one game and then they're done. Like whoever wins this is losing the next round. So I didn't really put too much stock into it.
I think this is an ETN game. Travis Etienne.
I didn't check to see if Joey Bosa was out. Last time I saw it, I thought he got injured during that last game, but I didn't see that he was out this game.
I don't know.
Yeah. So, but hey, man, ETN against a defense like the Chargers and Khalil Mack. If Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa is healthy, I could definitely see ETN being a factor.
I think he's going to be the guy this weekend. I think it's going to be a good game. I think just the way that Jacksonville's been playing, I think it might be Jacksonville. But like I said, Jacksonville Chargers don't matter. The game after that, they're losing. I would not get anybody from those two teams on my fantasy roster for the playoffs.
So the over and under for that game is 47.5, and there's the Jags are the underdogs with 1.5 points. So Vegas thinks this is going to be a really close game, and yeah, like that's the way it should be. Like they're favoring Justin Herbert over Trevor Lawrence, which these teams seem kind of equal, which is saying a lot because the Chargers have so much talent, dude. The Chargers should be so much better than Jaguars, but Doug Peterson's so much of a better coach than Brandon Staley.
When
And,
you got
dude.
when you have the same offensive power on both sides of the team, it comes down to the coach.
Right. And then 43 degrees, no rain, 10-mile-an-hour winds. So don't worry about the weather. And then Jason, I want to ask you have for your kicker.
The Bengals kicker? No, Robbie Gould.
That's so funny. I switched from I was going over so I logged in, I was all drinking and I logged in this earlier and I was like, Bengals. I was like, dude, no, like take the path of least resistance. Like literally the 49ers just have to take on the Eagles. That's it. The Bengals have to be, the Bengals have to go through some tough stuff. There's 3 teams relative to 2 teams. Oh, my internet connection is unstable. That's not good. Oh, well, the wind is blowing like crazy over here right now. So
yeah,
we have another storm coming in. 30-mile-an-hour winds. Defense, hey, that's easy too. 49ers, dog.
Ooh. I was really wanting to go with 49ers, but I went Bengals.
So Bengals, just think about last year, man. Who had the best defense like in the playoffs? It was like the Bengals, man. It was crazy. Well, technically the Rams, I guess, but the Bengals were up there, dude. Like the Bengals defensive line was crazy, and they're actually playing really well right now. So I do not mind that pick at all. But 49ers, just like I said, path of least resistance for defense and kickers for me.
Yeah, I was almost thinking about picking the Niners, but I know they got to play the Eagles, and I think if anyone's going to beat the Niners, it's going to be the Eagles. I think the Niners could prevail. I am still worried about Purdy, being a rookie and he's going in the playoffs, but the Eagles have the offensive firepower that could put some damage. Eagles have been pretty good this year, but I do think the defense will prevail and get them to the Super Bowl. But just in case not, I think Bengals are going to go to the Super Bowl no matter what. So I put Bengals D. So in the end, I'm going to have Bengals defense against the 49ers in the Super Bowl.
And if you want to think about defense, dude, like Jason, to your point, on your side, cold weather games. I'm picking the 49ers. I mean, they're going to be like, it's not nothing too crazy. If you pick the Bengals, man, there's some potential for some like super crazy weather games. So I could see that being a good pick.
I also have the Bengals winning the Super Bowl.
I've got the 49ers all the way. So Jason and I differ on. So we've got Joe Burrow, Christian McCaffrey is, I think, universal. I've got Joe Mixon where you have,
McKinnon.
and then we both have Jamar Chase. I've got T. Higgins where Jason has.
AJ Brown.
We both have George Kittle. We both have Robbie Gould, and then we both have I've got the 49ers and Jason has.
The Bengals.
So those are our picks. You see our strategy at least, and I would heavily advise towards that because it's like, it takes a lot to win these things. So go for upside is what I'm trying to say. Like you can't just be average and win. It's like you need to be like dominant to win these things. So
Yeah.
go for upside if you can.
And don't play with your heart. I am a Cowboys fan,
Ugh.
but I do not see the Cowboys going past the first round. If the Cowboys win the first round, I do not see them going past the second round.
Yeah, you and I are in the same boat as far as our hearts. Vikings. Ain't no way they're making to the Super Bowl. Mariah Carey, call me, and we'll work on our range.
Ee-hoo-hee-hoo. It's a Merry Christmas.
My Christmas. That was only dogs could hear that, Jason. That was amazing.
I think the Vikings are going to win the first game, but I don't see them win the second game until they fix that D.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'll try to preview the next two games on Sunday morning, bring some last information, but there's not gonna be much because limited players, dude, with all the Saturday games. So I'll preview the next two games on Sunday morning, and then we'll come back with our weekend wrap up, going over all the games on Monday. So again, let's go, Jason.
We might need to wait till Tuesday because the Cowboys Buccaneers game is Monday.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah, and there's no waivers. So we are probably going to wait till that. And then we'll come out with our top 20 wide receivers, maybe top 25 wide receivers right after that. And then we'll get into the next divisional round. Yeah.
It should be fun. I hope to see you guys there.
Stick with us, people. We are making it happen. And we want you to be there. Like, dude, just think you subscribed in the first, our goal was 50, Jason, for the season. We're at 65. It's going to blow up, man. It's just a matter of time. So
yeah,
please be a part of it. It'd be amazing.
We would love you guys to be there.
Yeah. And we're going to start a listener league. And the more, if you talk to us, you're going to be in it.
I don't know. We were trying to do that before. And the one guy that talked to us, he's like, oh, later.
You guys want some candy? All right, people. Thank you so much. And we will catch you on the flip side.
Bye.